Hello world. I had time to script along with my window shutters and I did some things into it, and now I show you the whole process so that people who didn't see the first video can see what it's capable of. So here I have a very simple ground floor situation, and I just delete all the objects, Command A and delete. So now I have, okay, that was something else. Okay, so now I have just the walls with the holes for the windows or doors. I didn't load a library to make it a little bit faster for me to develop it. It's just an old window I made for Archicad 5.5 or Archicad 7 or so. I don't know how old it is, and I had it in my library, so don't mention this. Okay, now if you have installed after the Archicad installation the goodies, I just show you. Goodies for Archicad, also Graphisoft.com downloads goodies. And then you can download your language version or your version which you bought. In my case, the out, and you can download the Windows or the Mac version, and then you have to install it. But in Archicad, there's a little, in Archicad26, it is possible that after installation you can't find it in any menu. So under extras, it should be the wall add-on. If it's not there, you just go to options, working environment, and go to the last point here, menus. I go to planning and extras, and here it should be. If it's not there, you just go to commands in alphabetical, and Wand, you would give in wall, and you would see wall add-on, and just take it there. Then you have it. So if you have it installed and you loaded the library, in my case, if you load my Dropbox file, the library is still loaded. So just activate the walls in any way. You can simply click and shift click all the walls, or you make, if you have inner walls, or you take the look, search and activate, and define some criteria to activate the right walls. If you have activated it, you just go to planning extras, wall additions, wall Zubehör, don't know how it's called in English, wall, and then you take the library part, maybe this one, and there's some others in there. You can try it out. They're pretty sophisticated, but in this video we'll talk about the Fensterläden, the wall shutters, window shutters. Okay, you just don't need to do anything about it. There are some arguments you can change, but that's later. And say okay, and adjust to place the eye cursor outside, and you get them in the first place. If you look at it in the ground floor and you see there's something very big in there, you just can activate the GDL. And now I show you, if you want to divide this, you just have to draw on this, then it's divided and you can close it in. So there's pretty place now. The other way it's the same, just divide it and so on. If you want to just take it to one side, you can do this too. Okay. It's always a good thing to, where do we have it? This one. Just close it a little bit and then you can divide it and close it and take this to this side, divide it, close it. So it's pretty easy to get the right place for it, let's say it so. So it's all linked dynamic. If I change the place of this window, you see it follows. If I change the height to the same height here, you see it follows. And also other parameters, it always looks the height, the breadth of the opening, and then it puts in the shutters. So what can we do with the fillings here? I placed, okay, let's have a look nearer. I placed horizontal how do you call it? Bretter. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean. And if you want to change that, you just can go in there and here, that's what you see if I go to 2 point and to the space between 3 centimeters. Okay, then I get something like this. So you really have the full control. You see it's a slightly angled, and you can, if you like it, just take the angle, the winkel to 0 and it's straight. Also, these are waagerecht, it's horizontal. This is senkrecht, it's vertical. You get vertical dividings, and it always calculates the same place from here to here. Also the same place from here, the same place from here. So what can be done else? You can turn it 45 degrees like this. This looks like a okay, now you can see what's really okay. Then you can put in something like this. There is a little problem, obviously. Okay, that I have to look for this mistake, but if I do it here, okay, just makes the first and not the second. Okay. Yes, that I have to look what's wrong with it, but I think it can be solved. So what can we do else? In the last video I showed you the picture. It's always also possible to get some picture, some bitmap in this rectangle, but you must have the picture. I just photographed an existing one, and you must have a program where you can make a perfect right angle out of a photo which it's little disturbed. How do you call it? And this picture must be inserted in the library. In the library manager, I loaded this. It's a real picture in this path. And the name of it must be inserted here. Bildname, name. Or it won't function. So then the next point, of course, a full plate. Just rotate it 45 degrees because I think it looks better if some texture is slightly angled. Then I added angles to it, and you give a measure, maybe this way I can show you. This is the maximum set distance between these angles, and if it's calculated more, it takes one more. So you see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I hope you can use it in your work. And my little mistake, I have to look where I made the mistake. I don't know so far, but I will find it. Okay, have a nice day. Greetings from Austria, from Lake Wallersee, with no wind, so I had time to script a little bit. Bye bye.